This is a totally new brand for me, the Aulumu cases. These cases are known for their tech look, with the design, cooling holes and overall aesthetic. Today we're looking at the A15 vegan leather cases in two colors, black and white, the Semi-Translucent Frosted A15 and the Crystal Clear A15. Now, I've never been more excited about cases. These are just awesome. Let's start off though with the vegan leather cases. These slap on the phone really easy and are removed just as easily. The volume buttons and action button are relatively clicky, but at a like 6 out of 10, so the clickiness could definitely be improved. For that extra satisfaction. The power button though is not clicky at all and feels a little slow and harder to press. The buttons are made from aluminium and it makes the case feel more expensive. The overall feeling of this case is really refined. The vegan leather feels soft, grippy enough, even when I compare it to a genuine leather case like the Mujo one here. You can't really notice any difference in grippiness at all. As far as durability though, I would have to test these long term, and I cannot speak on that as of yet. Be sure to check out the pinned comment down below though, since I will definitely update you on that. The design is obviously very minimalistic, but even though minimal, the front protection is present even with a pretty thick screen protector on there. I'm currently using the Spigen TR Easy Fit. Unfortunately, the cutouts could be better, and specifically the charge port, since it's too small. We now have access to USB-C, but some case manufacturers don't account for the larger than Apple original cables just yet. And this, sadly, is one of them. It depends on the cable of course, but I tried a few and got mixed results. It looks like only the bigger cables are the issue. So keep that in mind. The camera bump is also very minimal, but still looks awesome because of it. Still, my preference is a little bigger of a camera bump. One thing I love though is the fact that the camera bump is perfectly set in there, where you can see that the case is shaped towards the camera bump and then the black edge on there with a different material, which just looks very refined. The texture on the vegan leather is more noticeable on the black version. And even though I love the blackout theme, I would love to see white details on this black case, since the white one has black details. The inner case has a soft feeling material, so not a cloth, but rather a foam-like soft material. Works out really well and feels unique. This whole case feels unique and I very much like them. MagSafe is strong, MagSafe charging works perfectly fine too, and these are awesome cases. Moving on to the clear case. The first thing that was very noticeable is the sound. The camera bump and the buttons are made of aluminium and they are a little loose, which provides a unique sound every time you lay the phone down, and funnily enough it makes the case feel more premium because of it. Of course, it's better if they fasten these in some sort of way, but it can be a very satisfying sound too. For some odd reason, I still cannot fan them myself either. The overall design of this case looks very cool, and the tech design is everywhere. And where the vegan leather case had that CPU cooling hole for aesthetics, here they made cutouts on the back too for some extra design elements. To get this case on the phone is really easy, but to get it off is pretty hard. So for all of you that prefer a tight fit, this might be the perfect case for you. Since it doesn't feature any sharp edges or a two-part design, it might be difficult to get it off, but it's still easy compared to the Spigen Classic C1 cases.
They ask you how you are, and you just have to say that you're fine.
There are also a lot more design elements to go over here. Firstly, you will probably notice some stripes are lower than the other, to create a 3D experience when you're looking at the case. For example, the outer white ring for MagSafe is closer than the outer ring, but it also looks as if the inner coils are in the middle, in between those two. This is awesome thinking and it looks great. The buttons are not just placed on top, but the case is really shaped accordingly, creating an illusion of a swelling, which isn't really present. That just looks awesome too. And it's these kind of details that make or break cases. Since there are already so many out there, the buttons are very clicky here, every single one of them. Even though shaped differently, the charge port cutout is still too small and you would have mixed results using different cables here too. The whole case is made out of one piece of very hard plastic, which doesn't yellow. Finally, we have the semi-translucent frosted A15. This one is everything we just talked about with the clear case version, but there are differences. Firstly, the camera bump is not loose here, neither are the buttons. So the sound is gone, and it does feel better this way now that I have this one in my hand. The swelling illusion is gone here too, but replaced with an outline which creates that unique 3D depth effect once again, with the blacked out theme. You will also notice that the unique shapes and pieces in between the buttons are all along the sides. This is just heaven for design geeks. Also, look at these coils. It looks awesome. Same but different cutout design elements here, which aim towards the coils instead of a straight line on the clear case. And also same but different 3D design elements, which looks completely new on the blacked out coloring. The case feels grippier than the clear case, and even though the case feels strong, this one definitely has the softer sides, which make for a better fit in my opinion. And with better fit, I don't mean to install the case, that is awesome on both, but removing the case is much easier here. The front lip is very good for a minimalist case, and even with a screen protector on there, it's still very much visible. They even have these kickstands which come in two colors and function as kickstands, grips, fidget toys, and even box cutters with a ceramic knife that pops out if you want it. The clockwork mechanism sound is also very satisfying. Man, I love this brand. These might be my favorite of the year now, and I can definitely recommend all of these cases. Links in the description if you want to help out the channel, and you can benefit from it with a 10% off code. Thanks for all the support, and if you aren't done watching case videos, make sure you check out this one too, and I'll see you in a minute.